Hello everyone and welcome back again to another video. So let me ask you something. Which medium do you prefer? Books or movies? Do you prefer to watch something or read about it? While there are many examples of anime out there that succeed in visual telling a story, there are also plenty of examples of manga as well. There will often be a clash as to whether the anime version of a story that originated as manga did that story justice. However, there are still a number of amazing stories in manga that have yet to be adapted into anime, especially when it comes to manga that focus on adventure. In adventure manga, the characters begin what may be a long journey, either to aimlessly explore the world they live in, or in pursuit of something that means everything to them. So, if you want to know these adventure manga, watch this video till the end. Let's get started. Number 10. Made in Abyss. The Abyss, a hole of unprecedented depth. One young girl and a robot brave its dangers to find the truth. The town of Earth is a special one, as it builds around the edges of the massive abyss, a wonder which has never been fully explored. Those who venture too far down never return, but those brave enough to traverse its territories are known as cave raiders, and are heralded as legends. Within this town lives a young girl called Riko, the child of one of the most famous cave raiders of all time, who disappeared on an expedition many years ago. One day, Riko's life changed when she meets a strange robot called Rigo, who seems to appear from within the abyss. Believing this to be a sign from her mother stuck at the bottom of the abyss, Riko descends into the depths with Rigo, ready to confront all the dangers within it. Number 9. Cage of Eden. Just a few hours ago, Akira Sengoku was having fun with his classmates on their flight back to Japan from a school trip in Guma. Now, he finds himself all alone in the jungle after the plane mysteriously crashed. While searching for survivors, his surroundings become increasingly suspicious as he stumbles across various animal species he has never seen before. Finally, he manages to find two survivors being attacked by a 2-meter-tall bird. After barely managing to escape with their lives, Shiro uses his computer to pinpoint their exact location and shed some light on the strange creature that they have encountered. What he discovers is beyond anything they expect. They have crashed on an island in the Pacific that should not exist, inhabited by animals that supposedly went extinct millions of years ago. Eden Ori tells the story of Akira and the other survivors' struggles on an island, all too eager to see them disappear. With predators lurking around every corner, Akira and his friends must use all their wits to survive and unravel the mysteries of the island's origin. Number 8. Ubel Blatt. When Wishtek threatened to invade the fiefs of Shalanden, the emperor dispatched 14 youths. Of these, the 7 heroes halted the invasion to herald a time of prosperity, while the 4 lances of betrayal were supposedly defeated. 2 decades later, the lances of betrayal have reappeared and formed a bandit militia near the frontier fief Kornbark. A man with the black sword and the scar over his left eye slays an entire troop of that militia. He is identified as a boy, Cornzel, and becomes as much an objective of fear as of hope, even as his own past, motivations, and purpose are a mystery to those he meets in his travel. Number 7. The New Gate. An online game that had turned into a death game was now releasing the tens of thousands of players that have been dragged into it thanks to the efforts of Shin, one of the oldest players. But after he had defeated the last boss and freed everyone, he was swallowed up by a strange light and found himself inside the game world 5 years in the future. Number 6. Tsuyokute New Saga. At long last, the demon invasion is over. The hero Kill Leonard has tracked down the demon lord with the aid of his companions and brought peace to the land. Although the fighting is finished, the land is in ruin. Most of the heroes have fallen one by one, leaving a mortally wounded Kale as the only survivor. With his strength fading, Kale accidentally activates a mysterious artifact within the slain lord's lair and sent back in time to a few years before the conflict. Suddenly gifted with the second chance, Kale reunites with his friends Saren, the swordsman and martial artist Reese. The group must once again rally together a fighting force and use Kale's knowledge of the future to prepare the world for a war no one else knows is coming. Number 5. Are You Alice? A disillusioned young man in search of something stumbles into the weird and vague world of Wonderland, where as Alice he is thrust into a murderous game of Kill the White Rabbit by command of the ruler of the land, the Queen of Hearts. But while Alice rails against the rule that has been forced upon him, he has little choice but to comply. For in Wonderland, not sticking to the script can have deadly consequences. Number 4. Konjiki no World Master. Okamura hero is introverted and loves books. To him, books are his raison d'être. His story starts with the usual gimmick of summoning of heroes. 5 people summoned, but one of them is just an outsider dragged in accidentally. That person is Hero. The 4 others are his classmates, but it's not like they are friends. Unlike him, they are religious. Hero decides not to help the country. His reason? I don't believe you. I'm not friends with them. It's not my business, and I'm not ordinary person who cares for my own life. So, bye. And he sets for his own journey. Little does others know that this ordinary person hero actually hides a power which could change the world. Number 3. Chainsaw Man. I guess Devil Hunter is the best for making money, proclaims chronically broke Dingy, a devil hunter for hire. With his trusty chainsaw and chainsaw dog, Dingy vows to make it to his new meal. However, nothing is ever as it seems, and things never go as planned. Madness begins with the story of a dark hero who will rock the world. A new era of devils, hunters, and chainsaws begins. Number 2. Yuusha ga Shinda. 3 years ago a hero sealed a hell gate, but the seal has weakened ever since, sporadically letting monsters through. After a big group of monsters entered the country through a hell gate, the profession of heroes was needed again. Tuka Scott, a small radish farmer in the southern town of Chiza, is prepared for sudden monster attacks. He built himself a hidden pit trap with bamboo spikes to lure unsuspecting monsters in if they ever try to attack the village. Suddenly a monster attacks. Tuka tries to lure it into the trap with freshly roasted bacon, but the monster dislikes this type of meat. Thankfully, the local hero saves the village from the monster in the nick of time. The hungry hero tries to grab a bit of bacon after vanishing the monster, only to stumble into Tuka's pit trap and die. After causing the local hero's death, Tuka is forced to take matters into his own hands to protect the region from attacking monsters. Number 1. RWBY. The story takes place in the world of Remnant, which is filled with mysterious and malevolent creatures known as the Creatures of Grimm. Prior to the events of the series, mankind waged a battle of survival against the Grimm before discovering the power of a mysterious element called dust, which allowed them to fight back against the monsters. In the present day, dust is used to power abilities and weapons, while a more archaic use was weaving it into clothing. Those who use these abilities to battle the Grimm are known as huntersmen or hunteresses. The series focuses on 4 girls, each with her own unique weapon and powers. Together, they form Team RWBY at Beacon Academy in the city of Vale, where they are trained to become hunteresses alongside Team Juniper, Team Cardinal, Team Cafe, various other named and unnamed student teams, as well as guest Team Sun, from Heaven Academy in Mistral. So with all of this being said, I want to tell you we came to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this list, please hit that like button and subscribe and leave us a comment with your suggestions to another video. Bye bye.